It all started here, as they say. This, where we are today, is a very small fishing village, maybe up to 150 years, 100 years ago. It was simply a small fishing village. Till our ruling family today, the Maktoum family, who moved from Banias Island. You know the Banias Islands, which are around Abu Dhabi. So they moved here and they mixed with the existing village people here, and they started living here and promoting this place as a trading, um, small trading village. Because of its proximity, kind of very close to Iran and India. And it was a very small fishing village, and trading began slowly, and they did not have any taxes here. It was free for anyone to come in here, dock their boats and ships. At that time it was small boats and dhows. That was, you can see the dhows, the wooden dhows, and dock here and do trading. Now, what do you think was the main thing these people wanted everyone to come here and trade with? Pearls, of course, because it was a big pearl.
Spice.
Anything in food, anything you can bring from the food family to us, because what was available here was only the abundant seafood from the rich Arabian Sea and the dates. That's all that they had. So it was so simple for them, and it was so nomadic for them. That's all that they had. You could not grow any grain here, you could not grow any vegetable here. So initially all the trading that started was with food. It was more of a barter system also, and it was in giving in the pearls and dates probably, and getting the food till where they developed, and they didn't have their own currency also. So the currency that was used here was the Indian rupees. This is even way back when even the subcontinent was not divided probably, so that way back, that far back it was. So the Indian rupees was in use till 1950s over here. The country I come from, the civilization is I don't know how many thousand years back, or 10,000 years back and more. So this was a small fishing village, as I told you. Undoubtedly, there is a strong relationship between an individual's lifestyle and their eating habits. As one's food habits are governed by their personal belief, education, economic condition, etc., by the same token, one could say that the food of the nation reflects its lifestyle and changes accordingly. I'm essentially talking about food because that's what my trip is all about. Taste Buds Travels is to take you on a trip, a cultural trip, through food. So I always believe that you are what you eat, and your food is something which is in depth speaks of your culture. So your culture, your tradition is always linked to your food. And there's one more thing I'll say, that the people of Emirat, that's the Seven Emirates, or Qatar, or Oman, have been like intermarriages with the subcontinent a lot. So when I came here 20 years back, I would meet people and say my great-grandmother or my grandmother from either side was from India. So that's again very common in their families. And the Iranian. So they've always, because they were trading and the ships would come, definitely they would also start family here, the traders would live here, marry here, and these people would go across to India, bring wives from there. Indian and Persian traders were the first to set up business, as they had long-standing relationship with the people. The traditional food of the Marathi has always been fish and rice. Rice came from India, as did the pulses and spices. Meat, lamb, other staple food came from Iran. And the goat and the camel were reared by the Bedouins. There was absolutely no chicken. So no KFC. The people of United Arab Emirates have adopted most of their foods from the surrounding countries, including Oman, India, and Iran.